The North Carolina Secretary of State explains how to file a lobbyist registration. Lobbying is influencing or attempting to influence legislative or executive action, or both, through direct communication or activities with a designated individual or that designated individual's immediate family. Developing goodwill through communications or activities, including the building of relationships with a designated individual or that designated individual's immediate family, with the intention of influencing current or future legislative or executive action, or both. Lobbying is done by many types of people, associations, and organized groups, including individuals in the private sector, corporations, government officials, or advocacy groups. Professional lobbyists are people whose business is trying to influence legislation, regulation, or other government decisions, actions, or policies on behalf of a group or individual who hires them. The North Carolina Department of the Secretary of State registers and regulates lobbying in North Carolina. My name is Max Green. I'm a professional lobbyist with Leo Lobbying, LLC. I've been hired to lobby on behalf of Carborough Cat Food, a distributor of organic cat food. The owner is interested in obtaining tax breaks for farmers that grow organic cat food and the retailers that sell it. I'm going to lobby about the sale of agricultural products in North Carolina. Specifically, I will lobby the governor, the agriculture commissioner, and members of the General Assembly. Before I can do that, I have to register with the North Carolina Secretary of State as a lobbyist. I've never registered as a lobbyist before. I have no account on file with the Secretary of State. From the Secretary of State's webpage, I click Lobbying to go to the lobbying homepage. Here I click Register Online. I don't have an existing account, so I click here to create a new account. I work for a commercial entity, Leo Lobbying, LLC, so I select Yes. I enter the information about Leo Lobbying, the business address, telephone, and email address. I provide a username and password. Please note, the username should contain no spaces. I click Submit. The following screen is a summary of what I just entered. My account has been created. I click Log On to begin the registration process. But what if I already have an account with the Secretary of State? Instead of creating a new account, I click Account Login from the lobbying homepage. I enter my username and password, and then click Log On. Whether you've just created an account or are logging into an existing account, this is the screen you should see after clicking Log On. The lobbyist will select Lobbyist in Item 1, then click Begin New Registration. Complete the lobbyist registration statement. Then the principal information statement. The principal is a person or entity that's paying for a lobbyist to lobby on its behalf. In this case, Carborough Cat Food is the principal. The officer is the person who has the authority to act on behalf of the principal in lobbying matters. Once the principal information is provided, I must answer questions about my previous employment with the state of North Carolina. Am I a former employee of a North Carolina state agency? If yes, I have to identify the name of that agency. A former state employee cannot register to lobby their former agency until after 6 months of separation. This is true for voluntary separation or separation for cause. If a former employee does register within 6 months of separation, they must identify the name of the former agency. Finally, I have to identify what I'm lobbying for. I check the categories Agriculture, Ecology, and Government, then click Submit. A summary of all the information I provided appears. I can go back and make corrections if necessary, or click Continue. Here, I certify that all the information I provided is true. I must provide my name and the name of the preparer. I was my own preparer, so I enter my name. Do not leave the preparer field blank. The purchaser listed in the drop-down box will be the name on the account that is currently logged in. Complete the account information screen. The name on the account will auto-populate from the drop-down box. For example, LC Sample is the name on this account, but I can update the name field if I'm paying with a different credit card. There's a $250 registration fee and a $2 electronic fee. I click Complete Purchase and wait for processing to finish. And this is important. Do not click the Complete Purchase button more than once. Multiple clicks may cause multiple charges to your credit card. It may take a few minutes to process your transaction. My transaction was successful. I've registered as a lobbyist with the Secretary of State. From here, I can print out a receipt. Print out a copy of my registration. File another document, or go to the lobbying homepage or log out. A confirmation email is sent confirming my registration. For more information, contact the lobbying division at 919-807-2170 or email lobbyistfiling@sosnc.gov.